I also want to just shout out again Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Sr. Because he picked up the mantle from Martin Luther King Jr., assassinated April 4th, 1968, while planning the Poor People's Campaign, having just written Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community, and in the process understanding that, as Reverend Jackson phrased it, that the fourth movement in the Freedom Symphony, after emancipation, after public accommodations of 64, after the Voting Rights Bill, was access to capital.
Yes.
One of the challenges we have is to being educated, developing a capitalism IQ so that we know how to function in the marketplace. Therefore, when we have the capitalism IQ, we can also develop the capacity for critiquing capitalism and bringing a moral approach to handling resources. There's something sick about a country that has so many doing well at the top, but so many more doing well at doing poorly at the bottom. I guess the best way I can do this is quote Tupac Shakur after listening to the president last night. He said, you know, it's funny when it rains and pours, we got money for wars, but we can't feed the poor.
All right.
And one of the things that happens in conversations like this is the poor remain invisibilized. It's like they're invisible as we get together in our middle class comfort and we forget about the fact there are poor people in this country that we have to fight for. There are poor people in this country who should not be poor. And let's just do it like this while you're looking at me strange. By 2053, it is said that the net wealth of black people will be zero. That means it calls for a radical intervention on the part of all of us if we are not going to look around in 2053. Some of us will have children, grandchildren in 2053 who will look up and the net income, the net wealth of black people will be zero. That's something we cannot stand for. That's something that calls for radical intervention. It's something that may call for us to learn some lessons from Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Sr., who basically taught us the importance of not only access to capital, but having an intelligence as it relates to how we handle our resources, and then using our power as tree shakers to shake trees, and then as a community to make jelly. So we're going to keep on shaking trees. Come on. I need all of us to make some jelly. And therefore, we can create a healthy economy, not only in our community, but in this nation.